that to Washington for me. Yes, tell that to all those who are waging war on Islam. You cannot even penetrate this Quran as much as to touch it. Bismillahi awwaluhu wa akhiruh. The second thing I want to speak about is that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna alayna jama'ahu wa Qur'ana, O Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, it is our responsibility to bring all the parts of the Quran together as one complete whole. And then it is our responsibility to recite it to you. فَإِذَا قَرَأْنَاهُ فَاتَّبِعْ قُرْآنَ. And when we have recited the Quran, you must follow that way of recitation. This I've already explained to you. But then what's the next verse? The next verse after that is ثُمَّ إِنَّ عَلَيْنَا بَيَانَهُ. Then it is our responsibility to explain the Quran. So the first step on the road of the Quran, the first step is to recite. The second step in the study of in the road of the Quran is to understand what you're reciting. Allah explains the Quran. And therefore, we need to have not only the proper methodology for reciting the Quran, but also the proper methodology for study of the Quran. The Quran is not a book which is arranged in such a way that you begin at the beginning and you study chapter by chapter until the end. No, no, no. Allah has not arranged the Quran in such a way for study. He says in Surah Al-Isra, listen, Qur'anan faraknahu litakrahu ala nas, that I have separated the Quran into surahs, plural of surah, suwar. I have separated the Quran into surahs not for study. No. I have separated the Quran into surahs for the purpose of recitation. So you don't study the Quran by beginning with Surah Al-Fatiha and then studying Surah Al-Baqarah and then studying Surah Ali Imran and then Surah Al-Nisa. That is not the way. You recite the Quran that way. That's the way. This subject has been explained in my book, The Quran and the Moon. But the study of the Quran is different. Allah speaks in Surah Al-Waqi'ah. I remember I was a young student and I went to my teacher, Maulana Fadlur Rahman Ansari. It was in Pakistan at the Ademia Institute of Islamic Studies. And he had just performed the Salatul Asr. And he was standing in front of the masjid talking to someone. And I went to him and I asked politely whether I could ask a question. I asked more questions to my teacher than all the rest of the students combined. Yes, but he was never impatient with me. Oh, he showed a lot of patience with me. So I asked him, why does Allah say in the beginning that this Quran provides guidance for those who fear Allah? Hudan lil muttaqin. I said, what about the rest? And then he looked up at the sky and he said, look at the stars up there in the sky. And then he taught me the lesson that you have to study the Quran the way you study the stars. But he didn't tell me, but Imran, this is there in the Quran, in Surah Al-Waqi'ah. In Surah Al-Waqi'ah, Allah speaks and He says, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فلا أقسم بمواقع النجوم. And I take an oath, a qasam, by the mawaqi nujum, the positions in which the stars are located in the sky. This is an oath that Allah has taken, a qasam. And then he goes on to say, وَإِنَّهُ لَقَسَمٌ لَوْ تَعْلَمُونَ عَظِيمٌ. This is a tremendously important oath which I have taken, qasam, by the positions in which the stars are located. What is this connected with? إِنَّهُ لَقُرْآنٌ كَرِيمٌ فِي كِتَابٍ مَكْنُونٍ. I have taken this oath about the positions in which the stars are located, because this is connected with the Quran al-Karim, the noble Quran, the generous Quran, which is located in a kitab. Quran means recitation. So this recitation called the Quran is located in a book which is protected. لا يمسه إلا المطهرون. To study this book, the study of this book is connected with the stars. And the connection between the different stars is not based only, you do not study the stars and understand the connection between the stars based only on your rational faculty. It's also on the basis of know that Allah gives to you insight. And unless the heart is clean and pure, meaning the heart is faithful to Allah, you will not be able to even touch the meaning of this Quran. Tell that to Washington for me. Tell that to all those who are waging war on Islam. You cannot even penetrate this Quran as much as to touch it, unless your heart, your pagan heart, your diseased heart, your decadent heart is cleansed and it turns faithfully to Allah. You cannot even touch this Quran for understanding it. And so the methodology for study of the Quran is critically important. And it is based, like the stars, you have to understand how the different verses of the Quran are connected with each other. And for this I have already written the book, Methodology for Study of the Quran. This is what I leave behind me when I go from this world. Methodology for recitation of the Quran, methodology for study of the Quran. And I got this from my teacher of blessed memory. The Prophet ﷺ said, he said that my ummah is like the rain. My ummah is like the rain. I don't know which shower will be better, the first or the last. And I recognize now in my old age that that last shower of rain which is coming is going to come from the trail which was blazed by this scholar of great eminence, Maulana Dr. Muhammad Fadlur Rahman Ansari. I was blessed to be his student. It is his scholarship. It is his scholarship which will produce, from which will emerge that last shower of rain, that scholarship which will dazzle the world in Akhir Zaman. Mine is only a small effort. I'm just like a star to that moon in trying to prepare the world, prepare the way for an Islamic scholarship which is to come. So we want to organize a retreat in Trinidad at the end of this year. If you go to my website, you go to my YouTube channel, you see where we've made the announcement from December the 25th to January the 1st, where we will teach the Quran. And it will be for 8 days, so you should prepare yourself, put aside that time. In the event that it cannot be held live because the virus might still be around, this is a strange and mysterious virus, yeah? This virus didn't come from nature. Not at all. This virus came from a laboratory. Yes, and so it could keep on coming indefinitely from that laboratory, yeah. That's why the virus is with us for more than a year now. So I anticipate that maybe by the end of this year, in December, we may have to have live streaming. And so wherever you are in the world, you can participate in the retreat live streaming, okay? But if you want to travel to Trinidad, by all means, you can meet with me, but we may not be able to meet in groups of more than maybe 25 maximum. Please go to my website, imranhosein.org, and go to the YouTube channel, Sheikh Imran Hosein, and read the announcement, and prepare yourself to put aside that period of time when we'll teach. I am asking another brother of mine who was also a student of Maulana Fadl Rahman Ansari, Rahimahullah, a brilliant student of Maulana Ansari. His name is Sheikh Siddiq Ahmad Nasir, teaching Maulana Ansari's great book, The Quranic Foundations and Structure of Muslim Society. And 2 days of the retreat will be reserved only for this book. And he will teach in those 2 days, he will teach that. I plan to attend myself, to listen and to learn, yes, to revise what that book says about the foundation and structure of Muslim society based on the Quran. And so this is my second announcement. When we do it in Trinidad, maybe we can do it in Britain, we can do it in Pakistan, we can do it in Mombasa in Kenya. At some time in the future, we can do it in Cape Town, my favorite city, is Cape Town, inshallah. So do please prepare yourself for the end of December, early January, for the retreat on teaching the Quran. Thank you.